Downhill Domination is an extreme mountain biking game released in 2003 exclusively for PS2. Players race down massive mountain tracks at breakneck speeds, performing tricks, dodging hazards, and battling opponents in high-intensity downhill races. The gameplay combines arcade-style controls with aggressive combat. Riders can punch, kick, or slam into competitors to gain an edge, all while hitting jumps, pulling stunts, and managing stamina on winding, dangerous trails. Tracks span global locations like the Andes, Mount Fuji, and the Rockies, each with dynamic terrain, shortcuts, and weather effects. The sense of speed is intense, with huge drops, narrow paths, and destructible obstacles keeping every race unpredictable. Players can choose from real-world professional bikers and fictional characters, each with unique stats and unlockable bikes. Game modes include single race, career, and multiplayer split screen, offering variety and replayability. Fun fact: Downhill Domination was developed by Incognito Entertainment, the studio behind Twisted Metal Black. It's considered one of the most underrated extreme sports games on PS2, praised for its insane speed, big air stunts, and chaotic fun. Wakeboarding Unleashed Feat. Shaun Murray is an extreme sports game released in 2003, focusing on high-flying wakeboard action. Players ride the wake behind boats through exotic levels, pulling off stunts and collecting items across wide, interactive environments. Gameplay mixes trick-based mechanics with fluid motion. Players can grind, flip, and spin using ramps, rails, and natural obstacles. Timing and creativity are key to chaining tricks and racking up huge combo scores. Levels include wild locations like flooded cities, jungle rivers, and ship graveyards. Each stage offers objectives, hidden areas, and massive jumps. Boats tow players automatically, letting them focus on tricks and navigating the terrain. Multiple riders, including pro Shaun Murray, offer varied stats and styles. Modes include career, time attack, and multiplayer, allowing players to unlock gear, challenges, and stages as they progress through increasingly difficult goals. Fun fact: the game was developed by Shaba Games and published by Activision, who also made the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series. Its over-the-top style, huge tricks, and soundtrack make it feel like a watery cousin to skateboarding games of the era. BMX XXX is an extreme sports game released in 2002 that mixes traditional BMX trick gameplay with adult humor and mature content. Built on the Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX engine, it features stunt-based riding across urban and absurd environments. Players perform tricks like flips, grinds, and manuals while completing wild objectives. Levels are filled with ramps, rails, and bizarre NPCs. Trick combos earn points used to unlock bikes, characters, and secret content. The game features outrageous humor and crew challenges, including missions involving strippers, graffiti, and oddball characters. Though the gameplay is solid, the tone pushes the envelope with raunchy jokes and uncensored content. You can play as male or female riders, with customization options and unlockable outfits. While it offers solid BMX mechanics, the mature themes became its biggest draw and controversy. Modes include career, single session, and multiplayer. Fun fact: originally a Dave Mirra sequel, Mirra pulled his name due to the adult content. The game still uses his engine, but goes in a very different direction. BMX XXX was banned or censored in some regions, and remains one of the most controversial extreme sports games ever released. Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer is a surfing simulation game released in 2002, featuring the legendary surfer Kelly Slater and a cast of pro riders. Developed by the creators of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, it brings trick-based gameplay to the world of waves and barrels. Players ride massive waves across real-world locations like Hawaii, Australia, and Tahiti. Timing and balance are key as you carve, air, and spin through powerful surf to rack up points and complete challenges. Tricks include floaters, snaps, cutbacks, and aerials, all performed with a responsive combo system. Players must also read wave patterns and avoid wipeouts, adding realism and depth to the arcade-style fun. Each surfer has unique stats and boards, and progression unlocks new beaches and gear. The game includes career, free surf, and multiplayer modes, offering both casual fun and deeper skill-based gameplay. Fun fact: Kelly Slater made a hidden appearance in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, and this game uses a similar engine. The soundtrack includes artists like Ben Harper and Thievery Corporation, enhancing the chill yet competitive surf vibe. Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam is a fast-paced skateboarding game released in 2006, focused entirely on high-speed downhill racing. Unlike traditional Tony Hawk games, this spin-off emphasizes momentum, racing, and quick tricks on sloped courses. Players race against AI or other skaters, while pulling off tricks to boost speed and fill their special meter. Combos, grinds, and flips help maintain momentum and edge out the competition in tight, chaotic races. Tracks are set in global locations like San Francisco, Rio, and Edinburgh. Each course includes multiple routes, shortcuts, and hazards. The game encourages aggressive play with trick boosts, speed pads, and the ability to knock down opponents. Characters range from Tony Hawk to original skaters, each with their own stats and style. Players can unlock new boards, outfits, and characters by winning races and completing challenges in career and quick race modes. Fun fact, originally designed for the Nintendo Wii, Downhill Jam was later ported to PS2 with simplified controls. It was one of the first Tony Hawk games to completely shift away from open-level design in favor of linear, speed-focused gameplay. Shaun Palmer's Pro Snowboarder is an extreme sports game released in 2001, featuring the legendary snowboarder Shaun Palmer and other real pros. Built on the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater engine, it blends fast-paced tricks with downhill snowboarding action. Players carve through mountains, parks, and halfpipes, performing spins, flips, and grabs to complete objectives. The control scheme will feel familiar to fans of Tony Hawk, with a focus on chaining combos and landing smoothly. Levels include real-world inspired slopes with rails, jumps, and hidden areas. Each stage has specific goals like score challenges, collecting items, or finding secret gaps. Speed and style are both key to mastering each run. You can play as Shaun Palmer, or unlock other pro riders, each with unique boards and stats. As you progress, you unlock new gear, outfits, and courses. The game supports multiple modes including career and split-screen multiplayer. Fun fact, the game was co-developed by Neversoft and aimed to kickstart a snowboarding series similar to Tony Hawk. While it received mixed reviews, it's still fondly remembered by fans of early 2000s extreme sports games. Aggressive Inline is a rollerblading extreme sports game released in 2002, offering a trick-heavy experience similar to the Tony Hawk series. Instead of skateboards, players perform grinds, flips, and stunts on inline skates across massive open levels. The gameplay emphasizes creativity and flow. You earn points by chaining tricks like grinds, manuals, spins, and aerials, all while exploring the environment to complete goals and discover secrets. Levels are large and interactive. No timers, just freedom. From amusement parks to construction zones, each stage is packed with ramps, rails, hidden paths, and unique challenges that reward exploration and experimentation. Players can choose from real-life pro skaters like Tay Chris and Frankie Morales. Progression is tied to skill-based upgrades. The more you use a trick type, the better you get at it, adding an RPG-like twist to traditional extreme sports gameplay. Fun fact, Aggressive Inline was developed by Z-Axis, the studio behind Dave Mirra BMX. It was praised for eliminating time limits and allowing full exploration, something Tony Hawk wouldn't adopt until years later in American Wasteland. Evolution Skateboarding is a skateboarding game released in 2002 by Konami. It combines traditional trick-based gameplay with unique, mission-driven levels and a more adventurous tone compared to other skateboarding titles of the era. Players can perform flips, grinds, manuals, and grabs while completing objectives like outrunning hazards, destroying objects, or navigating strange environments. The game favors creativity and exploration over strict competition. Levels include unusual locations such as construction sites, ancient ruins, and even military bases. These varied stages feature interactive elements like collapsing floors, enemy guards, and boss encounters, rare in skating games. You can choose from real pro skaters like Arto Sari or customize your own. The game includes a story mode, free skate, and unlockable Konami crossover content, adding extra layers of fun for longtime fans of the developer. Fun fact, Evolution Skateboarding features guest appearances from characters like Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. It even includes theme stages and music from classic Konami franchises, making it a quirky favorite for fans of both skating and video game history. SSX is a snowboarding game released in 2003 that took the franchise in a bold, open-world direction. Players explore a massive mountain divided into 3 peaks, tackling races, trick events, and freestyle runs in one seamless environment. Gameplay is all about speed and style. Players perform wild flips, spins, and grabs, chaining combos and grinding rails to build up boost and rack up huge scores. The Uber tricks return, flashier than ever before. The open mountain design allows you to snowboard from the top to the bottom without load screens. Along the way, you'll find hidden challenges, shortcuts, and collectibles, rewarding both skill and curiosity. Choose from returning characters like Elise and Mac, or create your own rider. Progression includes unlocking gear, customizing stats, and earning cash to upgrade boards and outfits as you dominate each peak. Fun fact, SSX 3 was developed by EA Big and is often considered the best entry in the series. Its licensed soundtrack used a dynamic system. Songs changed in real time based on your tricks and race position, making each run feel cinematic and intense. Dave Mirra Freestyle. BMX 2 is an extreme sports game released in 2001, bringing pro BMX action to the PS2, with a focus on trick combos, massive air, and challenging level goals. It builds on the original with bigger parks, smoother controls, and deeper gameplay. Players can ride as Dave Mirra or other pro BMX riders like Ryan Nyquist and Mike Laird. You perform flips, spins, grinds, and manuals, chaining them together to earn points and unlock new areas and bikes. Levels range from urban skate parks to industrial zones and train yards, each with unique objectives. You'll complete goals like collecting letters, finding gaps, and pulling off specific tricks under time pressure. The trick system is fast and fluid, encouraging creativity and risk. Players can also create custom riders and bikes, while upgrading stats through progression in the main Pro Quest mode, or just freestyling in Free Ride. Fun fact, the game was developed by Z-Axis and uses a similar engine to aggressive Inline. It originally launched as a launch title for the GameCube, but was quickly ported to PS2. Many fans consider it one of the best BMX games ever made.
Thanks for watching.